Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
Case. Big update and new features in the case battles. Updated and convenient interface with new options. Up to 4 users can participate in one battle now. Create and customize your battles, any number and any type of cases. Choose the number of participants and invite your friends with a unique link. Watch the best drop and win everything. Don't miss epic battles on Hellcase.
Predict the outcome, win the game. Get live coverage and schedules for your favorite tournaments. Analyze, predict, and vote to gain points. Compete with other esports fans and climb the leaderboards. Strafe, everything esports. Download now on iOS and Android.
Welcome back to StarSeries I-League Season 8. We do have our next best of 3 ready and waiting in the wings for you guys. We just had a pretty dominant first opening game for this group. Vitality taking 2 16-3s back-to-back versus a Chinese-Russian mix of Invictus. And now we have fnatic, fresh off their win in Malmo, looking good in the Pro League as well, despite not getting through the group in top place. That was Astralis, you can't really blame them. And now here to try and make a statement, Harry. They're looking for another strong tournament run, and to open up, they're going to be facing on Imperial. This is a Brazilian lineup. This is a new one to Belek, and one that we haven't really seen in this formation as well. Some players that we definitely know, but you know, this is going to be a hard matchup for them at least.
No, it's definitely, and you know, the other thing is, you look at this squad, we don't really have anything to go off, right, at least in its current formation. So I think, you know, the veto is going to be another interesting thing to take note of. Fnatic, you really feel like they can take this one anywhere. I imagine they're going to be getting rid of Vertigo almost straight away, right? That's the one insta-ban that Fnatic have, so once that's gone, this really does have the possibility to go anywhere. And I think for the Swedes, they're not too worried heading into this, right? Similar kind of situation, honestly, to that Invictus versus Vitality game that we just had. Fnatic coming into this as the heavy, heavy favorites. You can see Imperial here on your screens. I think likely the most recognizable name for a lot of people is IDK right here within this squad, and he's going to be that man that we look towards. Now, in the current iteration that we've seen, they've only played a couple of maps. Vertigo is one of them, so that's why I'm imagining we see Fnatic just remove that. You don't want to run the risk. A lot of these Brazilian teams have been putting in the man hours on Vertigo. They've really been trying to make it a bit of a staple almost of the region, it feels like, perhaps.
Yeah. I think it's just a really good map to have in your map pool, especially as like an upcoming team, right? You know, we talk about taking it as an underdog and upsetting, you know, decent rosters like Fnatic. It's just in a best of three, you're never going to get the pick. Fnatic play every map except Vertigo, so yeah, that's not really a worry for this series. Obviously, for Imperial, we've only seen 4 maps as shown, and that was at the qualifier, right, for this event, the CBCS Season 1, where that was a local LAN in Brazil, and the winner of that qualified here. So they were able to take the win over both Reapers and Evidence. Again, more teams that, unless you deeply follow the Brazilian scene, you might not know. I think the most notable player, at least from this tournament, with the exception of Imperial, was Horvey, was playing for Reapers. And well, obviously they lost that opening game, so they aren't here. And we're going to have to see how Imperial do up against the big boys of Fnatic, the roster on your screen now. And this is just a dream team for any Swedish Counter-Strike fan, really.
Yeah, you know, we have Golden and Flusher back in the mix. Brolin has been looking incredible. I think for Fnatic, the 2 players you want to be keeping an eye on, in my opinion, at least from what we've seen as of late, is definitely going to be Brolin, and the other man is going to be JW. I think both of them, if they have a strong game, that is always the recipe for success for this Fnatic squad. And then even if you don't have someone like JW, who, you know, is, I would say, the more inconsistent out of him and Brolin, weirdly enough, despite being the more experienced veteran of the game, you've got so many players there who can step up alongside. You know, you've got Flusher, obviously incredible. Golden, you know, obviously IGL, you're not expecting him to be this high fragging individual, but he still puts up some pretty serious numbers in the server. And then Crims is just the rock of this team, the man who always seems so consistent and has been throughout every iteration of this Fnatic squad. We've got the bans coming in, as we predicted. Vertigo gone from Fnatic, Overpass getting banned by Imperial. Train going to be the map pick of the Brazilians. Inferno picked into by the Swedes. And the third map looking like it's going to be Dust 2 left over.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing here. If you're Imperial, you're not super bothered about the map pool in terms of it being favored to you. It's never going to be favored to you, Harry. Every map you come up against Fnatic, with the exception of Vertigo, you are going to be the underdogs. And, well, Fnatic just don't even consider that new map in this pool. They don't want to touch it here in Belek, and I imagine that's going to continue throughout the tournament. And, you know, Fnatic, this is a team that we talk about expectations coming into this event. Well, top 4, at least, really, is going to be the expectation of Fnatic and kind of what we bestow upon them as well. Just seeing them, you know, look so good in Malmo with the re-additions of Flusher, of course, and, you know, Golden joining this lineup. And even at Pro League, they look really good. They took wins versus Aristocracy. They beat North. They lost to Astralis. Very close. Couple of 16-14 maps there. Almost getting out of their group in first place, but just not quite, Harry. And to be fair, I don't really blame them in that matchup. Astralis, you're not here, but looking damn good as of late. And Fnatic in general, as you can see, the wins on the board right there. Even 65 in G2. Now, that's pretty impressive. I'm not sure if that's the old G2 roster. I imagine it would be. And I mean, even if it was the new one, it would have been right after they got formed. So I guess not that noteworthy, but even so, this is not a game where Fnatic should be dropping a map at all. But the question is, will it be more dominant than the Invictus matchup earlier? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think this one should be closer. You know, I'm thinking for Imperial, obviously, they have a couple of notable names in here. They've got some experience, so I think they're going to have the fundamentals down. And also, when you look at the maps, I don't think this is one that lends itself as heavily to a beating as the one did previously. Obviously, Nuke into Mirage versus Vitality. That's never fun. That said, I mean, Fnatic, they're such a, and this kept up all through the Pro League, they're such a confident, you know, like almost, not trolley, that's not the right word,
cocky.
But yeah, they're like a cocky team.
Yeah.
And in a way, that could potentially be Imperial's way in, as well as maybe being their downfall. I think if you let Fnatic get too comfortable in their game, they really look terrifying. So knife rounds getting played out here.
JW wins these every day of the week.
Come on. Knife round cast on Train. They call me Scrawny.
There we go.
Come on, JW.
1 for 1.
Oh, no!
Moment of truth.
He's dragging it out. He's dragging it out. And now it's over, JW. I have the high ground. Oh, there we go.
Come on.
Demao, I think, is what we're going to go with. Dumao. We'll give that a go. If anyone, if we get it wrong, let us know.
We're definitely getting many things wrong, Harry. We just kind of have to accept that coming into this one. We're going in blind. And the odds from GG Bet, well, if you don't want to go in blind, there they are for you. Fnatic looking more than favored. I think that's kind of similar to how the Vitality odds started in the previous map. And then they just got more and more, separate, I guess, more and more favorable for Vitality.
Well, one thing that is good is over on the Strafe app, the Brazilian fans are out in some force, right? We've got some votes going the way of Imperial. If you want to have your say, you can head on over to whatever app store you may possess on your device and give that a download, get involved, get into the discussion. But speaking of getting into things, the pistol round about to be underway. Imperial over with that CT side start. They won the knife round, so they've locked that in. Utility on Crims and Flusher. 2 smoke grenades and collection of flashbangs and that Molotov as well. Already both those smokes going out towards this A side of the map, and a pop plate as they try and split in towards the A side.
Yeah, IDK, he gets double dinked immediately. Brolin pushing him back, and nice shot from Tex, finding Crims coming out of T-Con. Now the bomb is down for Fnatic, and they're getting aggressive in the post-plant. Dumao, surely he heard that. JW's run through, and he's fired off a shot. He's missed. Golden's got 2 on the site, and now JW's got a player trapped in the connector. Golden watching for him as well, and Golden is tearing through these Brazilians like they are nothing. 4 kills for the in-game leader for Fnatic, and that is a very confident start from this T side.
Bro, we're seeing the ghost of Golden. Look at that. Look at him. He looks terrified.
Spooky.
He looks like a scene from the new Joker film that I haven't seen, by the way.
Spoiler alert. Everyone dies.
I mean, you actually have seen it. That could be a
spoiler
for all that we know.
I love giving fake spoilers. That's one of my things.
Yeah?
Yeah, the things that don't happen.
Well, what people don't... Yeah, my favorite bit of the Joker was when the Riddler appears, right? And he just starts... Of course, he was played by Nicolas Cage, right? That was the big surprise of that film.
Is Nicolas Cage... Has he actually played the Riddler before in anything? Because that would be incredible. But I'm pretty doubtful, Harry. I imagine you just pulled that out of thin air.
I'm giving it a look.
No, it's... Yeah. You're getting optimistic.
Nah, Jim Carrey.
That's pretty good.
They're borderline the same.
He did play The Mask as well, so, I guess that's kind of the same character. Well, in this one, it's USPs for Imperial, and Harry, it's about as quick as you can imagine. IDK getting a dink, and will get shot in the face. Dumao waiting with a CZ, not CZ, a Zeus, sorry, in the pop dog, trying to bait them in. Do they fall for it?
Oh, come on. Zeus kill. Here it is. Yeah. There you go. That was my impression of the noise. I think it was pretty close, honestly. And now he's got the UMP to work with. A Zeus kill going his way. He'd love to make the $600 from getting maybe 1 kill with this UMP. However, the lack of armor, that sends his aim flying. And now we've got this first buy coming in from Imperial. Likely just going to see Fnatic run a bonus round here. They've got majority SMGs. They're not looking to get on the back foot early in terms of the money. So I just don't see them reinvesting on these UMP and MAC 10 players.
Be a perfect round for a B play. But they have 3 rifles, so not really a worry, right? Losing Golden means he can upgrade, and round number 3, Imperial. No kits for the post-plant. If it does come down to a B play here for Fnatic, that could be a bit of a problem. But smokes are going over A, and Fnatic, much like maybe in the pistol, could just drop 3 down pop and go fast. IDK's already here, though. Oh, he almost has enough for 3. Can't get the 3rd one done, and the trade is in from Golden. He is not stopping. 2 kills on this AK-47, but he's going to have to bail eventually. Him and JW grouping up outside of B. Only Dumao here.
Yeah, it's still pretty much full utility on Fnatic. A lot of this is going to come down to the timing of these Molotovs. If they're able to get one into the connector before this rotation comes in, there's still a good chance for the Swedes in this round. They're going to flash down the ramp. Golden throwing that in. First man into the site, and Dumao picks him up. JW throwing into this 1v3 clutch. That Molotov's gone out now. Tech's going to find the kill from Connector. Imperial, they will get their first round on the board nice and early. The bonus round that Fnatic attempt to run there is shut down.
Man, Golden's looking good, though, right? That pistol round 4K, just there, he gets 2 huge trades, getting a IDK in the pop dog and then going wide and finishing off, I think it was Tex out in the open. So, or whoever. No, he was the rotator. But whoever it was, Harry. 2 kills. And fnatic 2 rounds. Now coming back in with a buy, but limited utility here. They're going to go in through those top pools, through the toilets, despite flashing A early. Might just be a flat B play with only Dumao here to stop them.
And Dumao's already throwing all of his utility out towards this B side of the map, so he's just got to play for the aim duels. Luckily enough, he's got a player in rotation. Tech's taking up position over here in the connector, and he's already dropped gold, and I'm liking what we're seeing from Imperial. Not afraid to get stuck in. However, Brolin and Crims, they will shut down both of these B players, and now Imperial 3-on-4 in the retake. Certainly not impossible with JW and Brolin both being so tagged up. It's Crims going aggressive here towards Oil Train. They could throw a bit of a spanner in the works. They have to account for him. 2 players coming in, one on either side of the train. Crims only good for 1 before IDK trades. 2-on-2, this bomb half ticked and IDK's found another. Molotov on Flusher and no smoke for Imperial. This alone could solidify the round. They stick the bomb and Delboni's burned to death. IDK's running for the hills. He's trying to get away. fnatic, they'll get that round with the Molotov. 3-1, and a bit of a heartbreaking one for Imperial. They get it very, very close. We're already seeing some more from the Brazilians early on than what we really saw from that Invictus squad earlier, even though we've made a lot of comparisons between the matchup. And I do think this one has the potential to be a lot closer. I'm thinking as well, starting CT side trade, that's a nice little benefit that they've been able to lock in.
Yeah, it didn't really help CT side nuke on Invictus' side of things, so they got 12-3'd, but yeah, no, you definitely, on train, definitely a good decision. Definitely a way you want to start here, especially up against fnatic. Ooh, Crims, he gets pushed forward. Nades and Molotovs putting him down to 19 health. Flash down for the Ivy position. Tex is going to get aggressive. And, ooh, they dodge it. Really nice work from fnatic. Able to deal with both of these players. Golden mopping up one with the SMG. And these armorless CTs should be made quick work of. IDK on an M4, but he's going to get mollied out. Stuck in old hell. Golden, ooh, this should be a kill. And it does come through for the CT side. IDK finding JW. It wasn't the SMG to go first, and now that's the one stuck down Ivy. IDK has found himself inside of the sandwich, and fnatic might just bail and go B.
And if they do, they're going to find an empty bomb site for their troubles. Dumao on this flank, and the timing could be good, but Brolin's seen him jump scare. Now, loose. What? Gets him. Now he's got the Krieg to work with. He's hot on their heels on the flank. IDK's even picked up Golden over in Ivy. And Imperial, they could snatch this round away from fnatic. 3-on-2 in the retake. Dumao, he's going to find Flusher. And now it's Crims alone. 1v3. This was pistols from Imperial. Crims has got to come in big on the clutch. And he has spotted Dumao. Rotation from IDK was long all the way through Ivy. Bomb is not planted. Oh! For the Imperial side, it's out in the open. Crims can just keep an eye on it. And IDK up on top of the train. Crims has seen him. Crims is waiting ever so patiently. But IDK's going to land the shot. There's no time for the defuse. However, Crims has done it in the clutch. A 4th round for fnatic. Imperial is certainly making the Swedes sweat, though. Yeah,
this scoreline looks far better than it really is right now. Imperial, that was an eco round. That was IDK on a solo M4, and he gets 3 kills in the round, almost closing it out. Really nice try from Dumao as well. He gets 2 on the flank, getting up Pop Dog, and even catching a player getting aggressive in the box halls to retake control. And fnatic, despite this, do sit themselves 4-1 up on this T side. Now the guns are in, and there's an AWP on Tex as well. A chance for Imperial to double their rounds here in the CT side. Lots of utility early on. fnatic will throw a sandwich smoke, but not playing off the back of it. Golden just making noise up in T-Con. That bomb going through the toilets, though. fnatic looking like they want to take a B play once again. There's only Dumao here. Flush has just run through a smoke. Falls to the wall, and he will get through, but Crims certainly hasn't got the same fate. Dumao going wide on the site, going back towards Oil. This is a nice reposition, but Will Golden cotton onto it. Flusher's now out on the site as well, and Brolin is here with a rifle. Also, ooh, that's a messy one. Flusher saving his teammate, and the bomb getting planted here for fnatic. Again, the advantage for Imperial. Surely this one has to be the retake now. Oh, no.
Ah, but JW, he's going to catch this timing. IDK, this is not a fight that he's going to be able to win, surely. Actually, JW just looked away. And this one, looking to come through, but Flusher and Brolin, they have instantly turned this on its head. That's the AWP dropped as well. Imperial, they might just think about trying to save that. TGE is going to get one and another. And now that AWP can be retrieved at the very, very least. And that looks to be all he takes from this round. He'll get out of danger. fnatic 5-1. All of these rounds coming so close. Almost similar to what we saw from Vitality, right? A lot of these one-player stuff.
Oh, close.
Just gets away with the AWP. And holding on to that, pretty important. A, they wouldn't have had one in this round. And also, it allows him now to buy up his own rifle. He can drop that AWP back into the hands of Tech. So we get to see a full investment coming into this round from Imperial at the very, very least.
This has got to be so frustrating for the Brazilians, though. They've gotten down to 1v1s on that B site so many times and just not been able to close it. fnatic even missing the timing on that pop dog flank, but JW still will be able to pick up the round. And look at the pace now. It's a full buy for Imperial, and Golden has absolutely no fear. They're pushing through smokes. Golden's ready for it. The trade is in, but fnatic will take a 4-on-4 considering the situation. An early play for Golden. Tex is going to drop Flusher out through T-Con. This AWP now in a pivotal position with the sandwich smoke fading. JW can trade, but Tex is still there to keep this one in the hands of Imperial. Just Crims now, or Brolin rather, 1-on-3. And the IVP coming through. He's got it. Knows that's not the AWP though, and he should be able to back off towards B unless Dumal stops him.
Oh, he was seen. He was seen getting into the pop dog.
You say that. Dumal hasn't
maybe
moved.
not. Hang on. I thought for sure that they would have seen him, but maybe not. Maybe just missing that timing by a millisecond. Both players still towards this A side of the map, and Brolin to beat. It might be a 1v2, but this is not easy for Imperial by any stretch of the imagination. This man has shown time and time again that he cannot be underestimated in these clutch situations. Brolin heading towards the B-bomb site, and that's the right decision to make. Little does he know it. Dumal, the only man here with this MP9. To say that's less than ideal almost feels patronizing as he's back towards the connector. Brolin might even get awarded with this opening kill. He's going to spot him, and now they know the bomb is here. This rotation can come in. The MP9, while this bomb is getting planted, gets ever closer, creeping towards the bomb site. Brolin takes that peek, and now down to the 1v1. Tex swinging out, gets the hat trick. The triple kill needed for them to solidify this round, but they will lock it in. Defuse comes through, and Imperial will get their second round on the board. On the back of that, the money for fnatic is out the window. We mentioned how even though it was 5-1, even though fnatic were getting all these rounds, it was coming down to one player surviving time and time again. And so now that money's broken for the Swedes.
Yeah, and now that AWP save really looks like it paid off for Imperial, right? 2 kills on A from Tex, and then the USP kill to finish it. That is a confident display from him. And fnatic, yeah, finally being on the receiving end of a 1v1 loss. Brolin not happy with that one. I've seen so many clips from Brolin in B post plants, playing around that ramp position, playing around that bomb train, and he is so good with the Krieg in that spot, but getting caught out by the USP. In this round, he's had enough, Harry, and he's just going to elevate the pace. The only gun into this site, and he's already got himself a kill. JW's fallen to the AWP, and IDK finds another. This is just a pistol round for fnatic with the exception of Brolin, so he should be the only one finding success. Flush has found a dig, though, and Brolin's followed up. The trade is in, 2-on-2, getting messy, but Imperial should still have this round. TGE on the site getting one, and Crims is going to bail, run towards B and try and get a plant, but he's faked it out.
Oh, both players here. TGE, will he be ready? He's got Tex nearby to trade, and Crims sees the elbow. A little slow to react to that one. Imperial, they will solidify a third, in spite of Brolin and Flusher making that round look a little bit scary for a moment. They recover it well. And so now another round presents itself for the Brazilians. An investment back in from fnatic, you would imagine. Only that hero Krieg in the round prior. Golden, the only man to look a little bit limited. I love that about him, though, right? Like, even though he's having a great game, he's still the one to drop the Krieg over in the last round. He takes the hit in this one, running a dig only. And so now you're going to look for Golden to try and set the rest of the team up. However, this Ivy aggression nets the early man advantage for Imperial. And TGE is able to just retreat in spite of Golden being nearby.
Ooh. Crims, his brain is so big. And he finds a bit of free damage onto IDK there down the pop dog. Molly will go up though. And fnatic, they're set outside of this B site, but the bomb isn't here, so it's not a commitment just yet. I think Golden threw a smoke down Ivy on top of the Molotov to maybe fake out he had a teammate there. I'm not sure why the smoke would be there otherwise. Crims has to be scared of a pop dog push as the smoke is in his face, but there's no one coming up. IDK still waiting right below with his SMG. Different position this time. Doesn't want to get spammed once again as fnatic look to take over this B site. Now Brolin, he's up in main. He's going to be able to sell this fake or come in on a late lurk, but Tex needs to hit the timing on that rotation. He's holding very close. There's that ramp smoke. fnatic going down now. Only one man on the site. Another one on oil watching upper, but there's no one coming from the top side position. So this is good for Delboni. He gets a kill, and the flank is in for IDK. No one even ready for it. The plant in. Oh, he can't see because of the smoke, but he has dropped him in time. No extra money made for fnatic. Brolin late to the party. The flash will not work. He gets stuck on the wall. That will spell his demise. A rotation in from Tex, and a round one by Imperial once again. 4 now on the T side. This is a 5-1 lead, and it is slipping away from fnatic. Now going to be 5-5 as fnatic have a full eco.
Yeah, and this is where for fnatic, I really wouldn't mind seeing that AWP come out, right, and get into the hands of JW. We were mentioning how it always feels like in these matchups where fnatic are dominating, it's JW and Brolin up at the top of the board. JW's gotten off to a bit of a slow start in this game. Still early days, but Imperial have really started to recover this CT half from being 5-1 down. Since this AWP has been in the hands of Tex, it's just been round after round for Imperial, it feels like. And this one really should be no exception. They're once again sat with the man advantage.
Ooh, double check. Looking away at the last second and then realizing he actually saw a player, but he does get the kill despite being on 5 health. Golden dead on Ivy and Tex. Ooh, Brolin could see that coming from a mile off, but the right eye peak means his head is a bit hard to hit. And he will be able to get it done. 5-5, and fnatic, well, if there was any time to pull out a huge rifle round, this would be it. They don't want to lose the half, even though they are just on the T side, coming into this game as big favorites. Yet to see that T side AWP, and I think that's going to be a big factor with Tex now finding his footing, but fnatic have yet to go for it, still keeping on with the rifles, looking for faster approaches. AWP actually pushes up a B here.
Yeah, Flush has just heard that, so I'm wondering if we might just see the quick A commitment from fnatic for the first time in a while. They know this AWP isn't going to get to play in to this A side take, and that means if it's... What? Brolin's gone running by the man in main. Delboni turns around. Oh, he's looking for another, but Crims is able to get the trade at least. They've recovered this well. Tex is already in rotation, setting himself up in the connector. The AWP has arrived, but JW out from Ivy has secured the bomb site, and now... Hex and Demal, they might just have to bow out of this round. 2v4, it doesn't look doable, and they know it.
That was hilarious. If you're the player who dies in Pop Dog there, you're probably wondering, what the hell just went on? I thought I had a teammate close main, but the flashbang over the site from fnatic was so damn good, it fully blinded the player in main. And Brolin, although he doesn't check in front of him, he still gets the entry kill that opens up the round for fnatic, and that's what they needed just to trade effectively onto Delboni. AWP will be saved unless Flasher can stop it, and he is just a few seconds late to the party. But bad angle for Tex. He's not ready. He's not realized. And Flusher, there it is. Drops the AWP. Will he be able to stop the second player from picking it up? Yep. He'll also take him down as well. So no AWP saved for either team here. No guns saved for the Brazilians, and that is fnatic taking a 6-5, getting rid of all of that money for Imperial.
Yeah, they should still have enough for rifles heading into this round, but it might be lacking that AWP. It depends.
Oh, they got it.
Okay, they've been able to grab that and bring it out at the very, very least.
Lots of augs.
However, If you lose this round now on the side of Imperial, your money will be broken and bottomed out, and that can give fnatic a platform to win out this half. Golden going aggressive, runs the risk of getting peeked by the AWP. The Molotov has at least denied that, and he's gotten so deep. Imperial, they're not aware that a man is this far pushed. However, with that flashbang going in and IDK now on the angle, he will shut Golden out of the round. The remaining 4 players for fnatic are outside of this B site, and they'll go barreling in. The Org of Dumao makes quick work of Flusher. Brolin, there's the response. JW's helped out. 3-on-3 as that bomb gets planted. fnatic still taking these peaks, still keen on taking this aggressive foothold, trying to push into the front line of Imperial. Tex is up on top of these trains, and JW's just waiting by this smoke. He'll get offered up that kill, and there's the follow-up. JW coming to life in this round. A much-needed confidence booster for him as he now starts to top the charts alongside the rest of the gang on fnatic. They'll lock in this 7th. The AK saved on Deboni at the very, very least. But as we mentioned, this is going to leave Imperial's money in a pretty bad state. It's likely that this AK is the only thing they have to work with in this coming round.
Yeah, that seems to be the case. At least it was saved. fnatic not getting rid of every gun there, but they do get some incredible entries. That smoke thrown for JW to get aggressive is really useful as well. Able to isolate that deep CT player. The AWP above on the brown train had no idea and even gets shot through smoke. Rough round for Imperial. And it's going to be the eco here, as you say, Harry. So just pistols coming through for the CT side. fnatic looking to speed up the pace again. This AWP is actually out for JW, and he's looking for early picks, but Flusher is already past the E-box. Molly to the back of the bomb train is going to push his players into Golden's awaiting arms, but they smoke the Molly to stay alive. Golden getting dinked in the process. Flush found an opener. That rifle is still here, and there's a kill with a pistol as well. Things are getting crazy. A gun can get picked up, but JW stops him from doing so. It's Tex and Dumao left alone. Bomb planted for fnatic. Tex has got himself a gun. Does he just opt to save it? Seems to be the case. Dumao may as well wait in the connector with that Zeus for any fnatic players that do decide to hunt. But he's not getting offered up much right now. And Tex should be able to at least save the AK. That's something here for Imperial in the follow-up round. But fnatic, they're going to be up 8-5 on the T-side of train before the half is even over. And that is a pretty damn good T-side, if you ask me. Oh,
Crims.
Don't repeat. Oh, that's ballsy.
Oh no, that kill comes through. Oh, JW's hiding, and he's lucky he's a little bit short as he ducks on down there, dodging death. Another round for fnatic. They've already secured a blinding T-side start, as you were saying. Looked like we had a tactical pause called in there from Imperial. Their spy at least can feature that AWP over on Tex. He's really been the difference maker for this Imperial CT side. We want to see a few more rounds put up because we've already seen the plight of how, you know, losing such a big deficit in the first half can really hamstring you in the second.
Ooh, just every time they bring them up, Harry, they're getting worse by the second. Not a pretty picture for the Brazilians, but they're putting up rounds, Harry, and they're making it interesting at least, right? I just wonder how different this half could have been if they won some of those early B-site 1v1s. You know, they could be in the lead right now. A very realistic scenario, but 8-5 down, and fnatic have not let up on this T side. IDK trying to re-peek. He's being held by Flusher, though. And he's going to go for it. Keen B flashes in, and they're both blind, but he doesn't take a kill, and he repeats after the flash. Flush is able to get that kill, and now fnatic, an upper man in round number 14. This AWP is still here for JW. He can just hold on to B as well. Imperial splitting 2 per site. That AWP and connector as well, watching upper. Dumao going to move into position. Flusher getting caught, and that's a huge kill for Imperial to put it back into a 4-on-4.
Yeah, JW trying to sell this B fake, and Delboni almost gets caught repositioning there. Trying to make his way towards the connector so he can come in on that rotation. He's lost his teammate, TGE, down in Ivy. JW and Brolin doing even more damage in this round. Tex with this AWP, we were bigging it up. Now it's really got to come into its own. The bomb plant coming in for fnatic. 2 versus 3 in the retake now for the Imperial CT side. And Golden extending that advantage even further in favor of fnatic. Tex will shut down JW at the very, very least. Now they know where this AWP resides. Golden already on this angle. And Tex just has to bow out of this round. He gets brought down to 7 points of health. So that is a 9th for fnatic. They'll continue building upon this strong T-side start.
Got to be frustrating for Tex, man. He is having a hell of a game right now. Top of the server, despite being on the losing team. And yeah, 7 HP, he's got to save. Golden's going to fully flash himself as if he wasn't already ghostly enough on that camera. And he might go down here to the AWP. He gets legged. Wallbang potentially, but he's not quite going to get there in time. 9-5 either way. That AWP save makes all the difference, really, as Tex is able to drop over an M4 to Delboni, and that will facilitate a decent buy into the last round of the half, regardless. So fnatic gunning for 10, and that would be a very favorable T-side indeed.
Yeah, and this is where I want to see Tex with that up, taking some of these early peaks, trying to turn his fantastic game into some advantages for Imperial. That early molly into main does disallow any peaks, and it allows Delboni to get himself set up over in the pop dog. JW walks down to his death, and that's now an AWP that can be retrieved from this pop dog position. Tex is holding main, and if Brolin swings out, there's a very, very good chance that Tex hits his shot. I mean, he's been hitting far harder ones throughout this game thus far, so this could be a way of extending that advantage even further. Instead, they rotate him away. Ooh.
No one's here. It's so tempting, but you don't want to be the man to push and give away a pick if you're Imperial. fnatic are waiting for that. This AWP now watching Ivy. 2 smokes going over the A site. Pop getting smoked as well. They've cut Delboni off in that position, and the AWP's been picked up. Huge kill for Crims. He's doubled it. He knows there's a man, or at least was one, in the pop dog, so Delboni needs to be careful about finding his timing. Golden is watching it. Golden's going to kill his teammate. That's Crims running into the molly. More fault on Crims than anyone else, but he was low. And Flusher catching that player in the pop dog means that this round is likely going to be uprooted here for Imperial.
Yeah, Brolin so aware, spotting IDK, not actually able to get the kill. 2 versus 2, Imperial trying to salvage this 6th round, and a good dink found. It's only Golden left down to the 1v1. The bomb planted for him, Dumao putting the pressure on, but Golden holds the line, and that's enough for fnatic to solidify a 10-5 half. Looking good toward the end of this first half of fnatic. Moving into the CT side of their opponent's map pick, things could get even stronger for the Swedes here. We'll be back with the second half after a quick commercial break, so don't go anywhere. Well, Trade, the map pick of Imperial, gets off to a blinding start for fnatic. Maybe not what they were hoping for, But one thing that we have taken away, at least, is the AWP over on Texas looking fantastic. So I'm hoping we can see a bit more of that moving in to their T side. This pistol round does decide a decent bit for Imperial, honestly, right? If fnatic are able to pick this up, they're going to put themselves very, very close to that ever-present map point. Imperial, they're a long way away. And so this could be a nice way for them to find themselves at least an avenue back into this map.
It doesn't help that we're just seeing really great signs from fnatic. You know, Crim's getting entries. Brolin's been good on that Krieg. Golden had a 4K in the T-side pistol round. And right now, fnatic, lots of grenades. We've seen this, Harry, across the Pro League. fnatic love buying this double nade on CT sides on the pistol. We've seen it down towards train before, on the speed ramp, same position. We've also seen it for a double nade on coffins or on Inferno to stop a bomb plant. So fnatic waiting for the smoke to come down before they throw this, but the issue is there is no smoke, so it could be a contact play towards B for Imperial off the back of the flashbang. That makes this difficult to read for fnatic, but let's see if the nades collect and connect.
Yeah, that flashbang going to go in, and now the nades come through. Oh, there's the artillery. Oh my word, get away from B. Imperial, they get hit by the mortars of fnatic, and now just 2 players surviving. That double nade is so strong, and Brolin and Crims, they've made quick work of those players out from the pop dog. fnatic going to solidify that pistol round.
I love that call. I love that fnatic are utilizing utility on a pistol like I've really not seen any other teams, especially on the CT side. When you know you've got a choke point, that the T's are going to come through, and it's likely that they do. Yeah, have a set plan for those grenades. Obviously, it's a big investment. It means you don't have armor on 2 of your players, but not really a worry for fnatic. They take a clean pistol, and 11-5. This is setting them up to close out Imperial's map pick.
Yeah, full Glock round from Imperial. They're wanting to get these rifles out as fast as they can. And I cannot say I blame them for that. Brolin and Flusher getting kills in this round. And now the 3 remaining players for Imperial outside of this B bomb site. Flusher, he's heard the footsteps. He's got Golden inside of the site to help him. These MP9s should make quick work of the unarmored Glocks. Really much of a danger for fnatic in this round. If you were Imperial, you were hoping to maybe get a bomb down, and now that looks like it's very much out of the question. Flusher, they have managed to deal with him at least. If they try and go down quickly, however, that's where Golden comes in.
I think
that's the 12th round.
Too many teams on that second round on CT side train give up B and play for retake. I like that Flusher just goes, nah, I'm holding on to this. And, you know, obviously it depends on, like, those force buys. Of course, you know, if there was a bomb plant and pistol, maybe Imperial buy in the second round with Kriegs and AKs. But in this case, Flusher just sits on the ramp and just goes, if you want a bomb plant, come and get it. And he gets a couple of kills there. So nice to see. Too many teams have made it problematic for themselves, really, by allowing those bomb plants. And fnatic, they're going to have to deal with the buy, and they're running bonus. So not an easy feat as the Kriegs come through. But Flusher, no fear in round number 3 of the half. He's going to push up B-Halls once again and get himself a pick.
Considering this is the bonus round, that's a pretty heartbreaking start for Imperial. They were hoping this could have been their means of getting back in. Similar to the first half where they were able to overcome that fnatic force buy. And this time now just moving into a B execute. DK opening up and Flusher hitting the deck almost immediately. Delboni's going to follow up onto Golden. 3 versus 4. Imperial, a bit of time to solidify these post-plant positions. The bomb planted for the ramp and Rafters post-plant. Molotov on Tex is going to be so valuable. And shots going through this smoke. JW playing with fire a bit here. Brolin, first man in. We'll find Delboni, the low HP player that Golden couldn't quite finish off earlier. However, he's losing teammates in the meantime. Brolin's getting wrapped, and he'll get followed up onto as well. Crims down from the heavens. He'll get caught in the crossfire on that descent. And so Imperial, they actually will weather the storm, and in spite of going 4-on-5 down very, very early on, they are able to stumble back to their feet and secure a 6th round.
Yeah, breaking Fnatic's bonus round, but, you know, Fnatic's still going to have money left in the tank, and they'll be buying up straight after this. It won't be perfect. We're not going to have that AWP in play just yet unless they glass it, but even so, ooh, bit of a pause. This is a tech, not attack, though, either way. And you can already see they're deciding to buy up, but they've actually not got that much money. 2 rifles at a max here if you're counting M4s. And otherwise, it should be Imperial's chance to start to build up not only their own money, but break Fnatic's and take some rounds on the board. They've got 6. If they win this, they're going to be potentially up to 8 off the back of the anti-ecos that will follow. And suddenly, you know, 12-8, that's not too bad of a scoreline. So we'll see if they can get there first. Fnatic, either way, are not going to be too worried just yet. And with that second map being Inferno for this series, that's a map that we've seen Fnatic have, you know, really good success on past, present, and I imagine future.
Yeah, I think for Imperial, if they're wanting to take this, if they're wanting to take this series, I'm imagining it's done in 3 maps. Yeah. I think they're going to have to solidify Train. Fnatic have looked so good on Inferno as of late. I do think that is one that Imperial are going to struggle on. But here on Train, they've been bringing the heat, right? They've kept this competitive. They've kept it close. And you've hit the nail on the head. There is an avenue. There is a world in which Fnatic lose this next round and then have to take that eco. And suddenly, if you're Imperial, you know, that's not just your foot in the door. You're very much back in this game. You've got a chance to turn the tide of battle in your favor. Still a little while to go till we're at that point, but as you say, I mean, Fnatic, they attempt that bonus round in the one prior. They didn't find too much success from it. Just waiting. It looks like it was a coach mic issue. I saw the man stood behind Imperial take his headphones off, so I imagine we've just tried to swap them out. And he's holding a pair in his hands while he's got a pair on his head, so he's really taken matters into his own hands.
2 for 1.
Yeah. And any businessman will tell you that's a great deal.
Not for the business, more for the man. But we're getting back into things now either way, so the games continue here. And yeah, this force buy is to be desired for Fnatic. They don't even fully invest. They get that rifle, and I thought they would buy fully rounded, but I guess realizing that they can only get 1 actual gun, and it means they'll be buying up sooner at least. JW so pushed though, and oh, he waits for a flash, but he turns as they peek, and that's unfortunate timing. Golden can't follow up because Dumao has tucked himself in the corner. So the Deeg may be optimistic here as the T's wait for the time to strike. There it is. There's a kill, and Flusher pulls out his knife and gets peeked down on B. So bad timings all around here for Fnatic in this round, and Imperial, they are flawless so far. 5 on 2 should be a quick job.
And Imperial, they've just slowed the pace right down. They're not keen on letting these pistols find anything. They want to take this round as cleanly as they can. They know that Brolin's over at Ivy. They know they've tagged him up. IDK's coming in on the CT flank. Crim's a long way away from helping out, really. He's over in Pop Dog, so Brolin hoping he can find something, and he will at least take Dumao to the grave with him. Crims might be able to find the bomb planter, but with 40 seconds left, that's not much of a worry for Imperial. They've got a player in B. They've already cleared this side of the map. The bomb's going to get planted for Ivy's side. So Crims, he really can't find anything here. He's hoping that a player comes his way and that he can get out of this round with a rifle. However, Imperial, they're not going to give anything up. This will be that 7-12 scoreline with an investment from Fnatic in the following round.
And I think they've read exactly where he is as well. Look at how much of the map they've cleared. They've got Ivy, they've got all the lanes on the A site, they've got CT, they've got B. That doesn't really leave much to the imagination. And so just holding on from the back lanes, rather. I have a button for that. Bomb goes off, though, and 7 rounds for Imperial. 4 alive as well in that anti-eco, which is very important considering Fnatic still had a leg in that round with a rifle and some force pistols and armor.
That's the thing. We know how deadly this Krieg is, especially in the hands of the Brazilians, it feels like. Dumao starting to find his footing in that round there, lands a couple of blinding shots. We want to see a few more players stepping up alongside Tech, so we've got that now. And this could be the recipe for success over on the Imperial side. Molotov into main, and that allows Crims to push up and get that first kill. JW's even posted up in the pop dog now, and this might just be the instant reaction from Imperial to hit this B side of the map. 4 players grouping up out in those halls. Flusher here alone, and there's no one nearby to rotate for fnatic. It's not uncommon to see a connector player to be that swing player, the man who can rotate round. There isn't one in this round now for the Swedes. And Flusher, well, he's just got to try and stand his ground. There's already a player deep within the site. Flusher hasn't seen him. He's dropped the bomb over at ramp, but it's this player within the site that's causing some chaos. Flusher's been allowed to wrap round, and somehow Golden and Flusher, they just come in, they mop that one up. I thought Imperial might have been able to find something with Delboni getting so deep within the site, catching those players from connector in rotation. However, it all falls apart. And that's fnatic straight back in with a round of their own.
I mean, Flusher is so good. He didn't even see the player get on the site, and he's still dodging him by taking control towards ramp. That reposition on bomb train completely covers him from the wrap of the left side of the site, and he didn't even know. He never had that info. So yeah, very heads up. 13-7, and off the back of that, Flush just going to keep doing what he's been doing all game, pushing B ramp with an MP9. I don't know if this guy knows that he's allowed to play with rifles as well. JW, that molly, he's going to have to fall off. The flashes are good, but luckily Dumao gets up to the top. The issue is it comes at a cost. He's being tagged, he's being flashed, he's just not getting a second of room to breathe. Crims can see him as well from above the green train in that corner, but he's not going to be able to kill him. JW takes the frag instead, and yeah, Crims is waiting for this.
They still haven't realized that Crims is there, in spite of the few shots that have come through that smoke. Tex has caught a timing here. He's dodged these players. JW's now seen him. And he's got some support. Oh, there's the peak, and JW going to win that one. IDK falling over towards the B side of the map. Flushes MP9.
So annoying.
It's just remarkable. And it's Delboni left up alone. No money left for the Imperial side. They wanted at the very, very least a bomb plant in this round, and now it falls to Delboni to see if he can make that happen.
Oh no, look at Flusher. He's pushed all the way around. He's heard this. He knows everyone now has the info.
And so now they've got this read. So many players looking towards main. JW going to make that round. So 3 kills for him, 2 for Flusher. That B side of the map, it was looking like a bit of a problem for fnatic in the early stages of this game. And since Flusher had that round with the MP9, he's just been going aggressive time and time again, finding success on this side of the map. Imperial, it's going to be in the back of their minds that you might just keep doing this. So I imagine they're going to have to dedicate a couple of players toward this side of the map. And all that's going to do is free fnatic up even more on this A side to make some plays.
He saw him. Doesn't want to commit for some reason, but not really a worry versus these pistols. Don't want to let them get close. JW smoking them off down Ivy, going for those blind shots. God, that is a nice CZ skin, but yeah, Imperial boosting, putting Delboni above with a D. Oh, he's found a kill. Crim's getting picked up. JW going to back off as well, but they're already out, and he doesn't realize now into the A site. Golden, what a shot, landing immediately after he hits the ground. And 4 on 3. Imperial may be on the A site, but fnatic know it. They've given it away. TGE is pushed all the way up. This scope could come back to haunt Golden, depending on the angle he holds. JW, nice flick. Noise being made on the bomb train means Flusher on rotation can clean them up. And Tex, well, he's in a 1-on-4 with no bomb. And fnatic are crawling all over the connector. Even a player in heaven is low. Golden just gets the info, passes it over to JW, and he'll finish off the round. 15-7, Harry. Imperial's T-side looked like it could have started with them breaking fnatic early on in this half and putting them on eco. But since that point, Flusher has just been MP9ing up ramp all the way to victory lane. And one more round separates fnatic from that address. Imperial going to need 8 in a row, and at least they have guns to hold on to this map with.
These Molotovs have been so good at denying the early peek. The nade's done even more damage. Crypt, there's a bit of a nasty surprise waiting around the corner. An IDK here, but JW and Brolin, they've made quick work of the player. Now it's only Delboni left standing. They know where he is. And fnatic, they're hounding him down. They're not giving him any room to work with. They'll take this series 16-7. This map, Rod, they're getting a bit ahead of myself there. They'll take this map 16-7. And their map pick coming up next. fnatic looking good, looking geared to take this series. Obviously, Inferno, we were saying, has been a good map for the Swedes as of late. And this is an even stronger leg to stand on heading into that map.
Sorry, one of the worries we had for this series and for this map as well with Imperial on that T side was these aggressive, these fast Brazilian players that love to push the boundaries, love to test your defaults, your setups. Well, fnatic, they throw it right back in their face. Think about the aggression that CT side had. The amount of pushes up B ramp for Flusher, immediate rotations. There in that last round, Imperial try a fast round. fnatic just force every single engagement. They get inside a Pop Dog, they push up to T-Con, they have close mollies. There's nothing Imperial can do. They're just not being given the room to breathe. So you can be an aggressive Brazilian lineup, but coming up against fnatic, they will play the same game back at you.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Especially on those CT sides, we just see them being so nimble, constantly switching up where that aggression's coming through. Think about it, you had Flusher pushing over towards B-Ramp. In the rounds that he didn't do that, they would try and take main, they would try and take Pop Dog, Ivy. They were so aggressive in moving into the CT half. And sadly, that never really lets Imperial get too comfortable, especially as well with the main nades that they were putting in. Yeah. Constantly, we saw TGE's peaks getting denied towards that side of the map, and it would seem like fnatic were always able to find a 5v4 on the back of it or something along those lines.
Looking on the bright side, though, Tex, one of the players to definitely point out from Imperial, the AWP player, he had a lot of nice rounds in that first half. He was able to get multiple 3Ks with the AWP, won a crucial one-on-one on that B bomb site against Brolin with a pistol as well, and he had generally some nice rounds, but it just wasn't enough to pull Imperial through into first place here.
And that's one of the sad things for me, though, is you look at Train, that is a map that can be dominated by a strong AWPing presence. Inferno, well, one side can be, or CT half, you can definitely look to find some impact with the AWP. T-side Inferno, very, very different story, and it's not uncommon to see AWPers fall off a little bit there.
Definitely.
JW, seeing as he's been someone who shies away from bringing the AWP out a lot for fnatic, they are kind of a team of 5 riflers almost, with the AWP kind of getting thrown in more as a utility piece. I think, that lends itself really well, and I think that's why we've seen fnatic doing so well on Inferno, right, is they have that ability to play that sort of T-side. So moving into the second map, Tex's impact is definitely going to feel potentially a bit more limited. I guess only time will tell, right? Maybe he's a phenomenal T-side AWPer, who knows? But yeah, we'll have to deal with that one. We'll have to cross that bridge when we get to it. For now, we're going to throw over to a very, very quick break, and when we get back, we'll be heading into Inferno, so stick around.